This is a question I get a lot. A lot of people really like the idea of being able to start a side business, generate an income on the side of their primary income, and eventually be able to quit their job and be location and time independent. And when it comes to generating a side income, there's lots of things that you can do. You can create an online business selling products and courses. You can be a consultant or freelancer. You could do affiliate marketing. You could sell physical products as well and have like a Shopify store and dropship products. There are probably thousands of different ways that you can actually generate a side income. So when it comes to starting, I'd first think about what skills or expertise or areas of interest do you already have and how can you monetize those? So I think it's important to focus on what you're passionate about and the things that you're interested in, because when you start your side business, it's going to be a lot of work. When you're working in the morning and in the evening, putting in extra hours every week and at weekends as well to build a side business on top of your full-time job, it gets really hard. And you're not going to find success immediately. I've spent years trying lots of different things, failing many times, spending time on ideas that never really came to fruition or went the way that I expected. And so to be able to persist through those tough times, you need to be really passionate and care about what it is that you're doing. And you can also think about what skills or expertise you already have and how you can monetize those. So really, you want to find this sweet spot, if you picture a Venn diagram, between what you're interested in, the skills that you have, and kind of problems that people are trying to solve. What are people willing to pay for? And really, the intersection of those different things, that is the sweet spot where you want to try and find yourself. And so back when I started my side business, I actually completed an online program by Simon Sinek, the famous TED talker, called Learn Your Why. And it's all about how to identify your passions and really what makes you tick. And we found that I'm someone that's very driven by self-improvement and self-development. And at the time I was very focused on productivity because I love this idea of being more effective and efficient with what I do. And so through the results of this course, I started my productivity blog and helping people with productivity. It's something I really care about and it's a skill I already had. And of course, it's something that a lot of people are willing to pay to solve. A lot of people have problems when it comes to productivity and a lot of people are willing to pay to solve those problems. When I started my consulting, my Asana consulting halfway through 2016, I came to that idea because I'd actually had experience working with Asana at the job I already had, training the team on how to use the product. And so I was really comfortable that I knew Asana very well, and I had actually had experience at my job helping a company to get value from this product. And so that was a skill that I already had. Again, it was something I was interested in. And then I had to test, is this something that people would actually pay for? Obviously, I'd done it as part of my job. But that's really the second key thing I think you need to think about is how can you test your ideas? It's great having an idea, which is something you're passionate about and some skill that you have. But now you need to test that third criteria. Is this something people are willing to pay for? So with my example, I actually tested that by listing myself as an expert on Clarity.fm. Clarity is a website, it's a dial an expert service where business owners can type in, I need help with Asana, and then I would pop up as somebody who can help them with that. So I actually listed myself as an expert on Clarity. I put Asana up there with a bunch of other skills as well, like Pipedrive and MailChimp and productivity. And people discovered me through that platform. And I had call requests, and you can set your hourly rate, but I had requests for people who wanted help with Asana. And there we had it. Through very little work at all, I was able to list myself as an expert and book calls, paying calls, to test whether people would actually pay for that skill. And they were. And so once I'd found a few people were willing to pay to get help setting up Asana, that's when I felt confident that I could double down and take it a lot further by setting up ads and that kind of thing. But whatever it is that you're trying to do, whether you are selling a physical product, selling courses, affiliate marketing, freelancing, coaching, whatever it is, you really want to think about in the early days, how can you test your idea to make sure that it is something people are willing to pay for. So if you're making a physical product, rather than going ahead and making hundreds or even thousands of your copies of your product, do a small run and see if you can sell a couple of units first before you invest a lot of time and money and energy into trying to sell thousands of units. And finally, once you've tested your idea and you're getting started with your side business, it's obviously going to be a real challenge to actually manage your time and your energy while you are working full time. It's a lot of work building a side business. And for the first few years, I was getting up at 5 a.m. and really, that's why it's called a side hustle, because you really have to hustle. And so I was getting up at 5 a.m. and putting in a few hours of work before then going to my full-time job so that I could get my important things done before going to work. And then I would come home and continue working in the evening. And so I would have long days, and you put in time at the weekends as well. And so that's why that first point is really important. You have to really care about your idea and your product and really have a passion for the thing that it is that you're doing, because that's the only way I see that you can persist through those tough times, because you won't find success immediately. You will need to have a lot of drive and persistence to really find the success that you want. I also recommend scheduling your time on your calendar, so blocking out the time you need for work, and then scheduling time before and after work and being very specific about what tasks and activities you're going to spend time on during the week. So rather than just sitting down at your computer and just trying to make a business, you're actually attacking it with a bit more of a plan, a bit more of a thought out approach, rather than just sitting down to work. You're actually planning how long you're going to spend on specific tasks. So there you are. Hope you found that useful. Those are my top tips when it comes to starting a side business.